Hello everyone, I hope everything is great. So this video is on borders of CSS. In part 1 video we learned three properties related with the border, which are the border style, border width and border color. By these property we specify the border of the any element, any HTML element. We can set the color of the border, we can set the width, and even we can set the specific style. Okay, so today we learn more border properties of CSS. So without wasting time, let's start. I just add a new heading here so that we can decide what we discuss here. So today we discuss border shorthand property. Let me save this, go to browser, refresh, and this adding is added here. So let me add a div here. As we specify the border style, border width and color by these property, we can also specify these three properties with a single line. And what is the syntax for that? We simply give the border and then the value of all these property in a specific order. First we define the border width, space, border style, space, border color. So the syntax, if we take what is the syntax? Border. First let's start 3 pixel border width, solid is the border style, and red is the, let's say, the color. So this is the syntax. Let me add br tag for the line break so that we can easily relate this. Okay, so these three properties we can uh, add these with the separated with the space, as you can see, and by the single property we can set the border and we can specify the width, style and color. Let me add border for this div only so that it's easy for understand. Style, and then we give the property name 3 pixel, solid, and color is red, semicolon. Save, go here and refresh. You can see by the single property we can set the border of this div element. So this property we call the shorthand property for the border. Let's discuss the other topic that's also related with the border, that we call border sides. So what are the border sides? First we discuss that. Border sides, as you can see, this border surrounds this div element. It have the top border, it have the right border, it have the bottom, and also it have the left side. So these things are called the border sides. बॉर्डर साइड क्या होती है? जैसे हमने इस बॉर्डर के डिनोट किया है कि यहाँ पे एक टॉप बॉर्डर है, एक राइट, बॉटम और लेफ्ट बॉर्डर, तो इन सभी को हम बॉर्डर साइड्स बोलते हैं. ओके, सो व्हाट इज the CSS properties for border sides, we can specify a single border or we can specify multiple borders using the CSS properties. Let's discuss one by one. Let me quickly create one div here. मैंने एक div create किया and as you know we have the border width property. Okay, and how we give this value? We give 3 pixel and save this. Okay, so what this property did, this property actually adds the width property to 3 pixel all of the borders, top, राइट, बॉटम एंड लेफ्ट. यह प्रॉपर्टी क्या करती है, 3 पिक्सल बॉर्डर की विड्थ को सेट कर देती है. नाउ वी कैन specify this width for separate border like border width let me add here top width. So this is the property and we can say this. Okay, we can specify only the border top width 3 pixel. We also have the same for border bottom width and bottom width, and same we have the border left width and border right width. So these 4 width we can give in a single line with this property. What is the case? It acts like this way. Border width top, right, bottom and left. So you need to start from top, then move clockwise. Top, right, bottom and left. हमें स्टार्ट करना है टॉप से. टॉप, राइट, बॉटम एंड लेफ्ट. This way we can give the width of each side of border. Okay, हम याद सिंपल तरीके से याद करना चाहें तो हम इसे क्लॉकवाइज फॉर्म में स्टार्ट करेंगे और स्टार्ट करेंगे टॉप से. टॉप, राइट, बॉटम एंड लेफ्ट. So this, now if I represent here 3 pixel, let's 4 pixel, 5 pixel and 6 pixel. So what's this shorthand property or we can say lengthy property shows? Top is 3 pixel, right is 4 pixel, bottom is 5 pixel and 6 pixel is of left. Let's add this thing here. Border width 3 pixel, 4 pixel, 5 pixel and 6 pixel. And as we discussed in last video, without specifying the border style, border width does not have any effects. So I add the solid border style. Save this file, go to browser, refresh. Now you can see this is the 3 pixel. It's little wider than this which have 4. It's little wider than this 5 and it's the y dashed which is the 6 pixel. So this way you can define each side of width in a single property. Now what is the case if you define border width and give only two values, 3 pixel and 4 pixel? Now what happens? Let me remove this, save, refresh. Now you can see top and bottom have the 4 pixel, left and right have the top and bottom have the 3 pixel, and left and right have the 4 pixel. As this 3 pixel refer to top and 4 pixel have to right. Now we don't give the bottom and left, so top refer to bottom and it share the value with bottom, and right shares to left. Same way, if we give border width 3 pixel, 4 pixel and 5 pixel. Now what happens? Top have 3 pixel, right have the 4 pixel, bottom have the 5 pixel. We did not give the left, so right share the value to left. Same way, when we give the border width 3 pixel, what this means, we only give the top value and other three values are missing, so all three shares the same value. Okay, so this rule, we need to save this, go to browser and refresh. Okay, for better understanding, we simply add the br tag here, copy this, paste after each line. Save this, browser. Okay, and this same rule is followed by other two properties. So we can say, if we talk about the border style, let's create another div. I'm just copying this whole div and create it for the border style. So for border style, also this same rule will follow. First value is for top, right, bottom and left. And how we can give this value? I'm just replace width with the style, and let's discuss for the style. Let me give this solid, dotted, dashed and maybe grouped. Okay, so let's border width is 4 pixel and I give each side with different style. Copy this thing, go to here and change the style this. All values are separated with the space. So top will be solid now, right will be dotted, bottom will be dashed and left will be grouped. Let me save this, go to browser, refresh, and just for clearance I add one br tag here so that we can easily differentiate between these two divs. So as you can see, top is solid, right is dotted, bottom is dashed and the left is the group. And same rule will follow for other three structure. If we give only the two values, that means top is solid, right is dotted, other two are missing. So top share the value with bottom and right share with the left. Same way, if we 3 and omit the left one, then right will share and other threes are same. So this rule will be same for this thing. Same way we can also define this for border color as well. So border color, top, right, bottom and left. Okay, let's border color I give all four values. मैं पहले सभी चार वैल्यू देता हूँ, blue and maybe pink. Okay, let's try this property. I am just copy this thing, add a style, give this thing, and also specify the border style as solid. Save this, go here, refresh. For making this more readable, I just add one BR here, refresh, and you can see the color of top border is red, then green, then it's blue, and the left border is pink. Same rule is follow for the border color. Okay, so let's move to the other topic. As we discuss these things in 4, now if we only want to specify the single border, then how we can do that? Let's discuss that thing. I simply add the BR here. Let's assume you only want to specify the top border for a div. How you can do that? For that you have property border top. Okay, and you can also specify the same border width space border style space border color semicolon. Okay, let me apply here first style. So for this div I only want to give the border top width maybe 3 pixels, solid color blue. Go to browser, refresh, and you can see this will only set the top border for this div. Now you can also specify in separate form border top width border top style border top color. You can also specify this property with these properties, or you can simply use this shorthand property. And same thing will be for border top, border right, border bottom, and for border left. Let's quickly add here br tag and then the div, and let's take the border left. Okay, so this will border left, and you can give 4 pixel solid red semicolon. Go to browser and refresh. So this will add the border at the left side of this div. So this way you can specify the single side of the border. Same way you can also specify for border right. Same way you can also specify for border bottom. So these are the specific side border properties, right? Now there are two more properties for border. Let me let us discuss those as well. First is the border block. and it have the same structure, width, style and color. Let's apply this style, border below, 4 pixel, solid, color pink. Save this, go to browser and refresh. Now you can see by border block you can select two adjacent top and bottom borders. Okay, you also have the same properties like border top, border below, width, sorry, border below, style, border below, color. You can use these individual property, or you can, if you want to target only top and bottom border, then you can use these properties. Same way for targeting the left and right border simultaneously, you can use this property, which is border inline, and also you can specify the width, style and color with the shorthand property. Let me add this border inline, 5 pixel, solid, aqua. Go to browser, refresh, and you can see left and right borders are targeted by this property, which is border inline property. Okay, so now you can target any of the borders individually by using the individual property, border top, border bottom, border left, border right. You can individually target two borders like border top and bottom by using the border block, left and right by using the border inline property. Let's discuss one another property, which is the, if we want to add any image instead of this simple line, we if we want to add the images, अगर हम image add करना चाहते हैं instead of using this simple line, we can do this with the property border image. In this border image, what you will need to do, you need to give source, slice from how the image is truncated, image width, offset, or we can say outset of the width, and then the values for repeat, maybe repeat, stretch, or maybe round. Okay, so these values we need to give for this. Let's add one thing, one image, border image. Source you need to give in the URL function, and here you need to give the image path of the image. Then you need to slice width and outset, maybe with this property. And then the last thing, maybe round. You can short if these all values are same. Okay, so let's add with this. First refresh here, see. Okay, this will add here. I need to add one PR tag here. Save, refresh. Okay, now let's add one image for this div. Style, and give the property border image value as the URL. So for URL on desktop I have one image. Okay, so this image which is the border.png. So this image is at the same location. So we simply need to give the name border.png. Then need to give the width, outset and slice value, and then the last round. Okay, let's save this, go to browser and check if the image is added or not. So currently this will not add the image. I give the border image URL with slice and the last value. Let me try to add some other value. That will also not do anything. Border width, maybe we need to give border style solid. Save this, browser, refresh. Okay, so as we discussed earlier, but uh, just missed that line, we need to give the border style for this. Yes, right. And let me add the border width. 10 pixel. Save, browser, refresh. Okay, so now this image will shown here. So this way we can set any image over this div. We need to give the border style property, border width property, and border image we can set with this. Let's change from round to stretch. Save this, go to browser, refresh. Okay, so now this will not repeat the image. It's just stretched according to the width and also in height. So the actual view of this image will look like this. So this is also a good designing pattern. If we can use this in our website, I think it's add a good view for our pages. Okay, now one last property of border. Let me quickly add the div, and this is for just rounding the corner of this border. And for this we need to give the property, or we need to use the property border radius, and then the value for that. Let me try to add here style, border width, let me 5 pixel, give 5 pixel, border style solid, and then the border radius, let me give 10 pixel. Save this, go to browser, refresh, and as you can see these corners are now not sharp, these are in the form of rounded form. If you want to target a specific corner, then you can simply use shorthand properties, border top radius, and the value may be 4 pixel. So let's, instead of giving this, I am only giving the border top radius. Save, refresh. Okay, so the I think the property name is not top radius. The exact name is border top left radius and for right radius. So this will target the left corner, top left. We can individually target this with left property. Same way we have border top right radius, and same way we have border bottom left and right radius. So this way we can target these things, these corner of this radius, or we can simply use this by same rule with the top bottom left right way. So this way we can add the rounded corners for this border. Let me save this, refresh. Now my div is little big. If I am adding the br tag, I am just copy from here and add at the end of each line, so that my block is little big in height and you easily see the border radius. Let me add the radius for all corner by using the border radius and give the 20 pixel border radius. You can see. So these all are the border properties. Now we discuss all of the border properties. So for this video, I think that's it. In next video, we take some other properties of CSS. For now, that's it guys. Thanks.